Fun fact, did you guys know that my channel used to be called We Side Hustle? The reason why I'm mentioning this is because my content used to revolve around side hustles. In fact, at one point, I actually had 4 side hustles, like 4 separate businesses that I was running whilst I had a full-time job. All of that to say, I spent a lot of my life starting businesses, starting side hustles, learning how to make money online. I was recently very fortunate to actually be able to quit my full-time job because of the success of one of my side hustles. So I want to bring to you today some of the best side hustles, income streams, businesses that, I don't know why I'm doing this, that you can start online to make money this year. So before I get into it, I did want to let you know that this video is sponsored by Mayple, so more about them a little bit later on. And also I upload content just like this every single week, so be sure to hit the subscribe button. Okay, so the first method to making money online that I want to talk to you about is one of the fastest growing out of all of the ones I'm going to talk about, and that is virtual assistant work, also known as VA work. Now, if you're completely unfamiliar with the term of virtual assistant, it's quite literally what it says on the tin, right? A virtual assistant is an assistant who works virtually. Now, the demand for virtual assistants has massively grown in recent years, and here's why. Over 3.8 million applications to start new businesses were filed in the first 3 quarters of 2022. And by comparison, that is an 18% increase in the amount of businesses that were filed in 2020. 18% increase, 3.8 million new businesses. That is a lot of new businesses. And the reason why I mention this is because with every new business that is filed, that starts to really get some legs, gain some traction, those business owners need help. And a lot of the time when business owners need help in their infancy, so the early days of their business, they don't want to hire a full-time employee just yet. Instead, what they need is someone who's freelance and who works virtually and can just help them out with a few tasks. I'm speaking from experience. I have worked with many VAs to help me run my business and grow my business in the past, right? So I know that there is a huge demand for this type of work. So where do you come in? Well, virtual assistant work is incredibly flexible and actually can be quite lucrative. What you need to do in order to make this work for you though, is to figure out your areas of expertise. Maybe you're really good at copywriting. Maybe you're really tech savvy. Maybe you're just very good at admin work. Figure out what it is that you are very good at doing and also you enjoy doing, and you want that to be your lead offering and your lead service when you are looking for work as a virtual assistant. Now, people literally run courses where they tell you how you become a virtual assistant, so I won't be able to tell you everything you need to know in this one video, but I will give you some tips. First of all, there are platforms like Upwork which allow you to register yourself as a virtual assistant and promote your services on their platform. Platforms like Upwork are great because it means that they do a lot of the work when it comes to getting people who are looking to hire a virtual assistant, so it increases your chances of actually getting work without you having to do much else from your side. But as a result of that, you normally get paid a lot less than you could if you went out there and tried to network and get clients yourself individually. So therefore, the other option that you can do is to go out there and start DMing people, start messaging people and try and get work that way. If you're gonna go down that route, then what I really recommend you do is you create a social media platform or maybe even a website, depending on how much time you have, which is dedicated to sharing your services as a virtual assistant, right? So therefore, when you're emailing people, when you're sending DMs to different business owners, they actually have some kind of proof point to look at. They could go on your Instagram and see what type of work you do. They could go on your website and see the type of work that you do, okay? So that is very important when you want to go solo to get your clients, because it gives you a level of credibility. If you're wondering how much virtual assistants get paid, it really can vary, but I have seen virtual assistants charge as low as $20 per hour all the way up to $100 per hour. And when I've worked with virtual assistants, it's usually been within the mid-range of that mark. So it can be incredibly lucrative for you. Also, another final thing that I love about this income stream is that it can really work well for anyone who already has a full-time job and they're just looking to pick up something on the side. Because a lot of the time when you work with business owners, especially small business owners, they don't need you to be working during specific hours of the day. They just need your help getting specific tasks done. So it won't matter too much if you're doing your virtual assistant work from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. as long as you're just getting the work done to a good quality quality and good standard for your clients. Okay, so at the start of this video, I mentioned that Mayple is the sponsor of today's content. This is the perfect opportunity for me to talk to you about Mayple because, as I mentioned when we were speaking about virtual assistant work, if you want to really take this side hustle or this new income stream and really scale it, you are probably going to need a bit of help, and that is where Mayple will come in. Mayple is an amazing platform for hiring on-demand talent, and they actually boast one of the biggest databases of vetted marketing freelancers who can really help you scale your new income stream. Now, as we continue with this video, I'm going to be sharing additional income streams that you can look into for this year that's going to help you make money online. And I'm going to consistently be telling you that if you really want to scale this income stream and really give it your all, then you're going to need to get really good at your marketing. Whether you are a virtual assistant and you need to market your VA work, or whether you're doing any of the other income streams that I'm about to tell you about, if you get good at marketing yourself and what you're doing, you will be able to earn more money from that income stream. Now, I know the idea of doing your own marketing might sound really daunting because, let's face it, not all of us are marketers. And that is why I want to direct you to Mayple, because as I mentioned, their freelancers are professional marketers and they've all been vetted, which basically means that Mayple has taken a lot of time and effort out to work with all of their freelancers to ensure that they are of the best possible quality and therefore well positioned to help you reach your goals. Maple's freelancers can help you with a variety of different tasks. They can help you with email marketing, with social media marketing, and even with your SEO. Mayple pride themselves on their ability to pair you with the perfect marketing freelancer, and even better than that, everything they do is powered by data. So right from the beginning, when they are finding a freelancer to work with you, they are using data to ensure that the freelancer they find is best suited to you and your goals. All the way through to the campaigns that the freelancers actually create for you, they will use data to monitor the effectiveness of that campaign to ensure that whatever it is their freelancer produces is of the best quality possible and is going to help you reach your goals. So if you want to work with the top 1% of marketing freelancers in the world, then you need to check out Mayple. There is a link to Mayple in my description box. Okay, so next up, social media management. Now, this income stream has been on the steady incline for at least a couple of years. The reason why is very similar to some of the stats that I shared with you previously. There are a lot of new businesses being launched at the moment, and as a result of that, there are a lot of business owners who need to hire someone to manage their social media channels. Now, I know this might sound hard to believe because you might be someone who really likes social media, like I do. A lot of people don't like to manage their own social media channels. Like, a lot of people don't like it, especially when you look at business owners who have absolutely no interest in social media, but they know that they need to use it in order to grow their business. They know it's an amazing tool. There are a lot of business owners who are like that, and they just want to hire someone to do it for them, okay? It's a lot easier and it's a lot cleaner that way. Now, if you are thinking of becoming a social media manager, I do have a couple of tips for you that I think you should keep in mind. First of all, it is not the same as just sharing content on your personal channel. So you might be thinking, oh, well, I've got a TikTok account, so I can become a social media manager. You definitely can become one, but I need you to do a little bit of digging and a little bit of work before you get to that stage where you're trying to find clients. The reason why is a really good social media manager doesn't just know how to use social media, but they understand all the strategies behind it and all the tactics that go into it. Fortunately for you, there are endless amounts of resources available online. Even some are for free on certain people's social media channels, like mine. There are other resources that you can use. There are courses that you can enroll on that will help fast track your journey to learning what you need to learn in order to become an effective social media manager. It's worth taking the time out to actually really improve your skill set when it comes to this, because when you become a really good social media manager, it becomes a lot easier for you to retain clients, which means you get more consistent income, and it becomes a lot easier for you to get new clients too. So I really don't want you to skip that step. When it comes to advertising and selling your services as a social media manager, there really is no better place to start than social media. You've got to practice what you preach. It doesn't mean that you need to have thousands of followers. I'm not saying that, but you do need to have a really strong social media presence if you are trying to convince people to hand over their social channels to you. So you are going to have to spend a lot of time researching content trends and creating high quality content to share across your social media channels if you want to get really high quality clients to work with. So I recommend focusing on that and then going out there and DMing any brands who look like they could potentially need a little bit of help with their social media presence. Now, another income stream that you could explore is similar to social media management, but actually a little bit more entry level. And that income stream is user generated content, also known as UGC. Fortunately for you, I have a whole video on UGC that I really recommend you watch if you are interested in pursuing this income stream. I'll link to it up here. But essentially what UGC is when a brand hires you, the creator, to produce content for their social media channels. You might be thinking, that sounds an awfully lot like social media management, Jade. What's the difference? The difference is, as a UGC creator, you are focused on literally producing the content, and that is it. You're not managing anyone's social media channels, you're not posting, you're not coming up with the captions, you are literally just creating the content that will then be shared on that brand's channel. As you could probably guess, this is also on the rise, again, because there are so many new businesses, and as a result of new businesses, people need help in this area. But also, it's on the rise because brands have to share so much content on a regular basis. Like, the demand for content from a brand is insatiable, it is ridiculous, especially if they're across multiple social media channels. As a result of that, a lot of small to medium-sized brands struggle to keep up with the demand of content they need to share, quite simply because they don't have the budget, the time, or the resources to continuously do all these big campaign shoots, so they've got loads of content to share. That is where you come in. They will hire a UGC creator because this is usually an easy and more cost-efficient way for them to get content to share on their social channels. They will brief you to come up with a selection of content, videos and or photos, and you'll need to produce this content within a specific time frame and send it back to them. They will own the rights to that content. It is no longer your content. It's for them to use and share as they please. What's great about this option is all you really need to get going with this is the ability to use a camera quite well. You need to be able to capture content, show off products in a way that looks good for the brand. That doesn't mean it needs to be like ad worthy or movie worthy by any means. It's user generated content, which means it should look like it has been captured by your everyday person, but it still needs to be like well lit. And like, if you're speaking, then the audio needs to be clear. Just the basics you've got to nail down. So as I mentioned, I recommend watching that video that I linked to previously because that's going to give you the full lowdown on UGC. Okay, next up, online education. Now, this is the income stream that I currently favor the most as part of my business. I have a membership called the Creators Club, which is for beginner content creators. And I have a group coaching program called Creator Income Academy, which is for like more intermediate advanced creators. Now, those are both forms of online education. I am using my 8 years experience working in marketing, my 4-year degree, I'm using my experience running my own brands and hiring creators, all of that stuff. I'm combining all of that experience and I'm packaging it up into a format where I can coach others to reach their goals in a really quick and efficient way. And that's essentially what online education involves. Now, a common misconception with this income stream is that it's only available to certain people who have certain levels of experience. So people think, well, you can only do it if you're a business coach or a marketing coach or stuff like that, when in reality we all have experience that we could package up and share with someone else that's going to help that person reach their goals. You actually only need to be 1 to 2 steps ahead of where someone else is in order to provide something that will be of value to them. So are you handy with a camera? Great, you could definitely do some form of online education. Are you great with makeup? Amazing. There is definitely some form of online education product or offer that you can create. Are you good at managing a team? Amazing. You could share those skills with someone else in some form of online educational product or offer. Now, online education can actually take on multiple different forms. So for example, you might want to create and release an ebook, or you might want to do a membership like I've done, or an online course, or maybe you want to do an online coaching program. There are so many different formats that you could explore when it comes to how you are sharing your own knowledge and experience with someone else and helping other people reach their goals. Now, I guarantee that me saying this to you, you're probably thinking, oh my God, no one would buy that. Like, who would want to invest their money to learn whatever skill it is that I have? I just want to tell you right now that people want the fast track to reaching their goals, myself included. I recently invested over 5 figures into a group coaching program to teach me how to run a better group coaching program. So meta. But I wanted to know how to run the best group coaching program that I could possibly run. And I did not want to spend 1 year to 2 years doing trial and error before I got to a stage where I actually was running a really good, effective group coaching program. I wanted to get the shortcut and I wanted to learn it as quickly as I could. And I did. Within a month of joining that program, I was like, great. What I learned in that month would have taken me years to have figured out by myself. So no, not everyone wants the fast track. However, a lot of people do. So give them that opportunity to get that fast track from you. Okay, last but certainly not least, YouTube. YouTube is the last income stream that I want to talk to you about today. Fortunately, I have so many videos all about YouTube growth. I talk about it in my programs. So if you want to know more about starting your YouTube channel, if you're really serious about this income stream idea, explore the content on my channel a bit further and drop me a DM with the word ready and we can talk about how I can help you with your goals. Now, the reason why I want to mention YouTube as part of this video is because in my opinion, it is one of the best income streams that you can create this year and beyond. The reason why is because YouTube has something called a partner program. Their partner program is open to any of their creators who have amassed 1,000 subscribers or more and 4,000 watch hours over the period of 12 months. When you've hit those milestones, you can apply to join YouTube's partner program. If you're accepted, which by the way, most people are, it's only if like you share offensive content why you might not be accepted. But if you're accepted, you will be able to put adverts in the middle of your videos and around your videos, similar to the adverts that you would have seen in my video today. When you put these adverts in your video, you actually are able to earn an income from them, because essentially YouTube will split the money that the brands have paid to advertise in your videos with you. They will split the money with you. It's like 55%, 45%. They will split it with you, which means that you will earn money from the videos that you are creating. This is perfect for anyone who has a passion for social media already, who enjoys creating content, who's already on YouTube, or who has explored the idea of starting a YouTube anyway. The reason why is that even though you do need to be sharing content consistently on YouTube in order to grow amongst doing other things, tips and tricks, I'll link to a video up here with more info. There is an amazing element to the income that you earn on YouTube in that you will earn money for content that you have already produced. So for example, this video right now, at the time of this going live, I would have finished all the work associated with this video. So I will never need to do any more work on this video again. It will sit on my channel and hopefully accumulate views for years and years to come, which means that this video will continue to earn me income for hopefully years and years to come, even though I stopped working on it a little while ago, right? So I don't want to call it passive. It's not passive to maintain a YouTube channel, but there is an amazing element to the income that you get from YouTube, which allows you to continuously earn money without you necessarily having to recreate something all the time. Okay, that is the end of today's video. If you're interested in hiring a vetted marketing freelancer to help you with any of those income streams, don't forget to check out Mayple. A link to Mayple is in my description. If you feel like hanging around, I really recommend watching this video. It's all about the truth behind creator income. So I'm going to talk to you about some of the lies that are being spread about creators and our ability to earn money online. Thank you so much for watching as always. I will see you in my next video.